This time, hold on. There we go. This time, I have on sneakers. So you're probably wondering, what am I doing? Well, we have this fitness app between my family, and we made it into a bit of a competition to see who can have the most amount of steps throughout the day. And to be honest, man, my feet hurt, my ankle hurts, it's sore. I think I may have actually rolled it, so it's in a lot of pain. But gotta be number one. Can't lose. And the thing is like, yeah, I don't really move that much at work. I'm not that active. So everyone else in the competition, they can like walk from their house to their job. They can walk around the city. They can do so much in the day. Actually, I don't understand how they do it. Uh, Last night I had to run like 4 laps around the neighborhood so that I could get that number one spot. But anyways, uh, another impromptu live stream. Just chilling, you guys. I don't really know what to talk about, honestly. Let's see what's going on. Easter's coming up soon. I think we got about 2 more weeks until Easter's here, so that's always going to be a fun time. Lots of big events planned for the church. What I learned recently about my church is that, like here in the city, it's kind of divided up into 3 parts. So there's like 3 or 4 churches that you can attend, and each of them are very different. Like for example, like in the early morning, like if you get there like at 8 o'clock, it's this small church. It's called Saint Salvador. I really like going there. I like the artwork and the statues inside of the church, and it's like a very small community of Catholics. Also, it's the smallest church too. But they pray the rosary early in the morning, and they have their service. And then I guess the main church, it's called Saint Jacob. This is like a huge cathedral, very big, open, high ceilings, but also extremely cold inside. But recently, I've been attending the Church of the Holy Ghost. I think that's what it's called. It's another Catholic church. And all these churches are like within 5 minutes apart from each other. This one reminds me a lot of like the Protestant church I went to. They've got a live band playing, they got people singing. It's just a lot more spirited, a lot more lively, something that you would expect from, your typical like Presbyterian or even what do they call those people? Charismatics. Almost not like, getting crazy, people rolling around on the floor and stuff like that. But it's a little bit more energy. Um, it's not like your traditional like Catholic or Latin mass. It's a little bit more modern, and there's a lot more families and kids there. So I don't know. I think I might be attending that one a little bit more because I mean I do have 2 small children that I take with me, and it's a lot easier for them to sit during a whole service that's a little bit more lively and spirited versus like the traditional mass. Personally, I like you know the I guess they would call it the boring mass, right? Go there, it's quiet, you might sing a few hymns, but everything's like real solemn and respectful. Personally, I like that. But it's not easy for small children to sit still for an hour straight also. I mean, I used to be a kid. I used to hate having to go to church. It's boring. It's boring as a kid. You just sit there, people talking, gotta sit down, stand up. It feels like there's no goal, there's no aim to this, right? And also, you're so small, you can't really understand much of anything what's going on. So it just seems pointless and boring. But the thing that I like about this new church is that, like I said, there's a lot of kids there, so they can play with. My daughter's best friend actually goes there, so I know she's gonna be even more excited to go to church on Sundays now because her friend is there. But also, they have what I personally love the most about church is that afterwards, everyone gets together and there's some kind of food or meal. So that's what I'm really looking forward to. And last time we were there, they served beer. What kind of church serves beer? I'm showing up every Sunday, bro, if they serving beer. I'm like, yo, that's lit. Not only do they have the food spread, right? They had all the cheeses and the sandwiches and all the fresh cut veggies and all the bread you can eat and stuff like that, pretzels. They had the sodas, the juice, the apple shoulder. Then they had the beer stand. I'm about to fall off of this. So yeah, sign me up anytime your church has like a food service or like a feast afterwards and they're serving beer. Because best believe if there's alcohol or there's beer, I'm pulling up. Oh, and that's 10 minutes. Oh, hold on. Oh, yeah, I completely rolled my ankle, man. This sucks. I need to wipe my nose. Sorry about that. I know I was just all up in the camera, my nose. Excuse my hair too, man. I haven't gotten myself together this morning. Most days I just roll out of bed and hop straight in the car, take the kids to school. But luckily today I got a chance to at least wash my face and brush my teeth. But I'm slowly getting it together. All right, we're slowly making it. So, uh, where were we? Completely lost my train of thought. Man. Oh yeah. So I think I might have to take a break from this vape. For some reason, it's giving me a lot of like problems with my throat and my nose. Like I woke up this morning, I had to take some Dayquil and a couple shots of throat spray. Pause, because like it feels like I'm coming down with some sort of sickness, and I absolutely cannot get sick right now. Like I was sick for almost an entire month. Could barely move, get out of bed, had like super low energy. Finally feeling like back to myself again. And then I'm getting sick again. Like this can't be happening. And on top of that, I have a job now. Oh yeah, and to all the people in the chat, right? All the haters, all you hating in the chat, just want to say one thing. Screw you guys. I have a job. I'm employed. Just because I'm black doesn't mean I sell drugs. doesn't mean I slang that dope and that I abandoned my kids. Even when I lost my job, I still had a job. I was always working 2 or 3 jobs. At one point, I was working 3 jobs, but I would never advise anyone to do that. That is OD. You will die if you work 3 jobs continuously because you will be so tired, especially if you're driving like home at night, you will crash. Don't work 3 jobs. But I've usually always kept 2 jobs. So even when I lost my full time job, I still had the part time job, which could pay the bills, which is always a great thing. Ugh. So I've never really been out of work. It's just money has been tighter because I'm losing out on a big piece of my money, but still nonetheless, God has always gotten me through. And we've never not been able to pay rent. There's never been a time where my kids have never had food. So really, I can never complain. And that's kind of awesome. Another thing too that I wanted to mention last night, so many people hate on kids and say how much they're a burden and how much they cost. Kids don't really cost a lot. If you make like 2,000, at least 2,000 a month, that's more than enough to take care of kids. Like kids are not like out here costing an arm and a leg. Let's really sit and think about this, right? You got to feed the kid, right? You got to buy the kid some clothes. And, when they're young, you got to buy diapers and wipes. That's probably going to be your biggest expense is diapers. Diapers suck, but I mean, hey, you got to do it. But other than that, like, you get your kids like a few toys. Like, the thing is, I kind of hate toys, right? Because my kids have so many. I'm not buying them toys every single month. That's ridiculous. That's just a complete waste of money. Unless you have like a super sick kid to where like you're in the hospital having to like constantly buy medication. Kids don't really cost a lot. Food, clothes, uh yeah, that's it. It's really not what you think. So like when you hear these women out here like, "Oh, I need 20,000 a month for child support." What kid needs 20,000 a month? Like nobody's needs should be that great, especially as a kid. A kid needs virtually nothing. Just give it a couple snacks, a few t-shirts, and a tablet, and you're good to go. It's completely outrageous. I know y'all seen that one football player. See, football or basketball, can't remember. But he got some Instagram model chick pregnant, and instead of paying her monthly for the next 18 years, he just wanted to pay like it was like 1.8 million up front and to just like get it done with. Like here's all the money for the next 18 years. Like I'm done with you. Like you're out of my life. Don't want nothing to do with the kid. Like you got, I can't lie. That's kind of a player move. Definitely a shitty move. Shitty for the kid because I mean he has no dad. But thing that's a super player move. He's just like, man, I don't care. Take the money, like get out my face. That's pretty wild. Uh, but man, what has the world come to where you just meet up with random people, get them pregnant, pay them off, and then just ditch the kids? Really have to bring back healthy families, marriages. I get why, most, especially young guys today, don't want to get married. Just look at the dating climate. It sucks. Look at like the options for women you have. It's terrible. So, I mean, marriage really isn't on a lot of guys' mind. Plus, it's a raw deal for men, especially if you have like a lot of resources, a lot of money. But I wouldn't say that we should just, cancel it altogether because, man, healthy families, marriages, it's like the foundation of society. And that's a huge reason why we're seeing society collapse is because we don't have that family structure anymore. Everything is just, single parent homes, usually single mothers. And we see what that breeds and what that creates. And it's just completely chaos. So we need men to step up, to be dads, husbands, love your wives. We need women to be actual wives and learn how to be feminine again. That this is the whole like crux of the satanic agenda. Destroy humanity. And how do we do this? In several ways, but one of the main ways is to target the family. Make up down, make left right, make good bad, bad wrong. Right? And the same with the sexes and the genders, whatever you want to call it. Let's, man, I'm losing breath. Let's tell men to be feminine and let's make the women masculine. And we see what kind of destruction comes with that. Kids need a mom and a dad, right? And they don't need just placeholders. They need actual real men and women to teach, guide, and to love them. And that's what we're missing, man. A lot of young men struggle because we have no true role models to look up to. We have no strong masculine figures in our life. And the same with the women. They've had no real women to show and guide them, like, look, this is how you're supposed to be and act as a woman. And so, left to all our own devices, I mean, we're just going to make chaos. Eventually, some people do figure it out, but I mean, that may take years and that may take a lot of mistakes. All right, so we've been going at this for about 17 minutes now. No, we'll give it another 3 minutes. Shouts out to everybody in the chat. It's gonna be cool one day. And I can be like, "Hey, yo, chat," and like actually be talking to people and not just myself. One day, you guys. One day. All right. 2 more minutes, and then I'm gonna take a break. Gotta wash clothes like every day for my job because, man, working with food, your clothes stink so bad. Gotta dry them, get to work, drop off strollers, eat something, pray a rosary. It's always so much going on, man, especially in the morning. It's like, man, I got a little window of like 3 hours to get everything done. Not that I'm complaining, but it's just a lot to do. And trying to learn how to walk again on this rolled ankle. Hey, we got Sammy in the building. Sammy, what's up? This dude loves sunbathing. I mean, he ain't got no hair on him, so gets the sun right on his skin. All this dude does is eat, poop, sleep, and fart. Yeah, I'm exposing you, buddy. All right, you guys, it's been real. Always when I'm about to end the chat, we got people popping in. All right, you left. All right, so appreciate you guys. What is it? It was probably, I say 15. 15 total viewers. No comments today. No super chats yet. Oh my goodness, he just pooped. That smells terrible. All right, I'm out of here. Thank you for your service, Samuel. Good thing I lit these candles beforehand. That's a lot of poop. Hey, yo, chat, y'all want to see this poop? That smells delicious. Ugh, why does cat poop smell so delicious? Oh wow, Samuel, thank you. Thank you for getting poop stuck on my toilet bowl. Thank you, Samuel, for that. Oh my god, is anything even coming out? So we just did 20 minutes. What are you doing? What are you doing? Speak. What are you doing? All right, y'all. All right, you guys. I'm out.